Resiliency is not something you create. It's not a result that politicians or designers can work on. It's a process. It's a capacity. Some say resiliency is the capacity of a community, a society as a whole, how it can deal with risks and bounce back. I would actually advocate for that resiliency is very active and progressive, a term that can be used of how we learn, progress and innovate, and thus not only bounce back after disasters and become better and learn how to deal with the future, but actually that we have to deal with uncertainties. We discussed today that managing risks and uncertainties is actually an asset where the designers and the politicians have to work together. And this management, this process of collaboration, of inclusive leadership, of using design as a drive for innovation, but also as a means for the process you develop, actually brings in the politics of the place, the politics of people, the politics of the economy, and all stakeholders involved. So I think resiliency then becomes a process where designers help politicians and politicians help designers to move ahead and to keep on learning and not pretend that we can actually predict the future, but that we agree on that we manage today for a better future. Resiliency is now the focal point when we think about our uncertain future. And that also means, because resiliency is our focal point, that policymakers and politicians really are thinking about what it means for the responsibility of a government. Resiliency cannot be solved by a policy framework. Resiliency cannot be addressed by regulations. Resiliency is a reform principle, and it's really about innovating, collaborating, and being inclusive. So I think what resiliency means on the urban and rural level for policymakers and politicians is step out of your comfort zone, take a responsibility to include everybody in a very collaborative process.